Hello everyone, Bridget Casey here. I am so excited to be part of the Altenew and Amy Tangerine release video hop. We are going to have a quick look at the project that I created for this hop. I definitely wanted to do some journaling to share with you. We're also going to have a look at the collection of stamps and dies. So there's a fresh start, which we're going to use the sentiments. I didn't know if maybe we might use some of the other elements, but we didn't on this. And there is a die set, which is fantastic. There's also Hug Life, which I did not use anything from this for this particular project. I have on a couple others, but not this one. And then Through the Rainbow, which is kind of my focal, stencil, and I use the stamp set and the die set for this. So this is really kind of the main part of my project is this set. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have a quick look. I chose some of the inks and I ended up adding some. So I started with Lemonade Stand, Easy Breezy, Tangerine Dream, Silver Lining. There's my picture that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use some parchment cardstock. So I was super excited to pull some parchment cardstock out. I want to thank Jennifer McGuire for reminding me to pull out some parchment cardstock. So I'm going to put down my Altenew stamping mat, which is well loved with color, and it's going to get more today, my friends. We will bring out the Through the Rainbow stencil, which does have masking bits, but I just popped a bit of satin masking tape on there, and it was good to go. So I'm basically deciding where I want to put my top rainbow piece, which is going to be the top of the rainbow. And it's also on the top of the stencil. So top. So I got my satin masking tape, which masks it off and holds it in place. Just a reminder, do not put your ink covers onto your project. Sometimes they can transfer ink. So try to put them off to the side if you can. So I've started with one. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the stencil around using my mini ink blending tool in Tangerine Dream across my panel. I do wish I had tucked that rainbow right there up a little bit closer. There was kind of a little bit of a gap, but in the end, more of my preference. The project I'm still super happy with it. But we always look at it, we're like, if we did it again. So yeah. So this is stencil 2, the top rainbow, and I'm using a Lemonade Stand. And I'm using, again, a mini ink blending tool. And I'm just going around the page and I'm following along the edges that I've laid down with my first rainbow. So go ahead and do that. And I do recommend highly wiping off both your stencil and your work surface as you go. We're back on stencil 1 on the bottom and we're using Easy Breezy. This is our third layer of our rainbow. Somebody mentioned the other day, I'm not sure which one it was in. I don't know if these are rays. Like, what do you call the layers of a rainbow? Are they rays? Are they bows? I'm not sure, but it's my third layer of my rainbow. So if you know what they're called, please share. And I was going to use Silver Lining, but I changed it up here. And I went with Ride the Wave, and I'm so glad I did. I love the effect I got. And it's a beach picture, so it was super fitting to have Ride the Wave in there as well. So we're going to go around and finish that off. And then I cleaned my mat, of course. Now I'm lining up the rainbow bonus stamp, or, the one that adds some texture. And I'm using Rose Gold Pigment ink, which is Amy 10, and it's gorgeous. So you can heat set it if you want to. I didn't. I just stamped it and it dried pretty rapidly. I did drop it there on my project, but it's not really noticeable. So now I'm using another layer of the rainbow from the stamp set, and I didn't wipe off my pigment, so I wiped off my pigment, and I'm using another layer from this stamp set, and I'm using permanent black for that, and I love the way this is looking. But I did want to see how Silver Lining would look on the background, so I tried it on a piece of, random parchment cardstock. I liked it, so I stamped it all over the background. And now we're going to move on and kind of figure out placement. So ultimately, this is an 8 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, which will be trimmed to 4 by 8.5. It fits in my journal that I have that I absolutely love. I have sleeves for it. I absolutely love it. I love the size. I love everything about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm kind of, playing around. I did mount both my sentiments and my photo onto navy cardstock. So up on the top screen, you can see I have some sentiments already in the pigment ink, they're heat set and everything. I wasn't loving the way they blended too much. And I thought to myself, can I use tickled pink? Tickled pink, I think, would look really great here. Can I use tickled pink? And I thought, why not? Let's keep it nice and bright. It's a rainbow. It's the beach. It's happy. So that's what I did. I went in and I stamped some onto the parchment cardstock. Now I'm going and doing one of my all-time favorite things to do, which is cut tiny pieces of foam tape to put onto the back of them so that I can layer them on. I did make a mistake with the deep breaths one. I shouldn't have put foam tape on the top part of it, but here I use my glue tape pen to mount my journaling. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. Onto my navy cardstock. And I wanted to put the true story next to the journaling. And the deep breaths I just wanted next to my photo. And then I wanted to have a fresh start because my journaling talks about feeling reset every time I go to Kennebunk. I feel amazing. So I need to do it more. So that's what this was. And this was a picture taken at sunset on a Saturday night after a very long walk on the beach, which was terrific. So definitely something to remember. So I've cut my panel here. So one side I will layer my photo. I'm using my T-square ruler to get that as close to straight as I can. If it's a little off, it's okay. Nobody looks at it with a ruler when it's in your, journaling. Here is where I struggled with the tape. I did pull off the top so that it would lay flat against the picture. And I wanted to put my journaling just a little bit down from the picture over there on the right-hand side. So I did that with glue tape pen. Now I'm going to go ahead and I get my T-square out again so that I can line that up. I'm going to pop on my true story, and that finishes off my layout. I hope you check out all the other videos and this amazing collection. Until next time, happy crafting.